Hi, I'm Linda Nidson with Sizzix. Today I'm going to show you this beautiful block of the month. It's called the Ocean Breeze, and it is so simple you're not going to believe it. We're going to start it off with break it out into blocks. So very simple blocks. Today I'm going to show you just how to do the 4-patch, which is this block right here, this block right here. This quilt gives you the illusion of circles, but it's completely an illusion. It's very, very simple. I want all the beginners to start with this quilt. So first thing we need is 2/3 of a yard of equal colors. So in this case, we're going to do the gray for the background, and we'll do the teal for the 2.5 inch squares. So we start with a die. We need a cutting pad for at the bottom and a cutting pad at the top. And I've strip cut my pieces of fabric to 6 inches. Just makes it easier. I'm going to use the whole yardage, the whole 2/3 of a yard of each color. I'm going to cut all of it. So I'm just going to lay my fabric on top. I don't want to cut into my selvage, so I line it up and make sure that I have my pieces up and over the edges. Take a cutting pad for the top and a cutting pad for the bottom. Today I'm using the Big Shot Plus machine. You can use your Big Shot Pro or your Big Shot machine. I put it in at a diagonal. It helps with the cuts on those straight blades. Slide the cutting pad off, and I get my pieces here. So I do that with one color, and then I'm going to do it with the next color. Okay, you're going to continue to cut your 2.5 inch squares until you've cut all of your 2/3 of a yard of each color. You will come out with 112 of 2.5 inch squares for each color. The first step we're going to do is sew 2 pairs together. That's the first part of our 4-patch. So you take 2 colors, lay them right sides together, match up the corners end to end. Pin if you'd like, but I'm not going to. We're going to just take that to the sewing machine, and you're going to chain piece these through all at once using a 1/4 inch seam. Be sure when you stack them that you're always putting, if you start with the color on the top, that you're going to do all of them with the color on the top. And line up your right sides together and continue that 112. Once you've chain pieced all of your squares together, separate the stitches. No need to take it to the ironing board yet. Open them up, and you're going to have pieces that are going to look like this. To make the 4-patch, we're just going to turn one of them over. Easy enough. Put them right sides facing, and I do put a pin right here at the junction. I fold one, the piece that's coming towards you, I fold that upwards, and the one on the bottom I fold downwards. And I do drop one pin right here at the junction to keep that in place while I'm sewing. Okay, and I take that to the sewing machine, and again with a 1/4 inch seam, when I open that up, my intersection is perfect. And to the back side, I want to be careful how I press this. I have the seams going in each direction here, but I prefer to open this seam up here. I'm going to go to the ironing board and press this for sure. So here's the back of the 4-patch. Notice that the seam down the middle is pressed open and the 2 seams are pressed side to side. If you have a highly contrast, like a white and a blue, where your seams are going to show through, press towards the dark side and then lead with your dark side. The rest of this comes out perfect. Your point in the middle matches, and you're all set. So go ahead and start with those. I'll meet back up with you in the next month.